Good evening, Gibson City United Methodist Church. I'm Susan Schultz, your Facebook page administrator, here with our Chrismons day, I don't know what day it is today, day 13. This is day 13 of our Advent countdown with the Chrismons that Melody Ferguson made for our sanctuary tree. Today's is the Crown of Thorns. And of course, most of us are familiar with what this is about. The crown of thorns and nails is a passion symbol of the crucifixion of the Lord, are what Melody's words are on the back. And we remember that the soldiers who were scourging Jesus, and they mocked and humiliated him by putting a crown of thorns on his head. And so that one we are definitely familiar with. I dug a little deeper and found that it was probably made of a plant called acanthus, which is a prickly, thorny plant that is prevalent in the Mediterranean area. And then I found something else. And I'm just going to say that I don't know that what the Protestants, and then hence us United Methodists, where we stand on this particular subject, but I still thought this was interesting. So I'm going to read what I learned from Encyclopedia Britannica about the crown of thorns that were on Jesus. It says that the relic purported to be the crown of thorns was transferred from Jerusalem to Constantinople by 1063, the year 1063. The French king Louis IX took the relic to Paris about 1238 and had and I don't speak French, so Sainte-Chapelle built in 1242 to house the relic of the crown. The thornless remains are kept in the treasury of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, or Notre Dame. I don't know the difference there either. They survived a devastating fire in April of 2019 that destroyed the church's roof and spire. And I think most of us probably remember seeing that fire last year on our TV and on the internet. So my question that came out of this is, why do we as United Methodists, and even I think Protestants in general, why do we not talk about the relics? A couple summers ago, Doug and I went to a basilica in Milwaukee, and down in the basement they had a room that had glass cases of all of these different artifacts purportedly attached to people throughout Christianity from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And they even cataloged them as to different degrees, like it could be a relic of, say, St. James, but maybe it was, passed to someone else, or this was the server of St. James or somebody, so that would be like the next category removed. I don't know that much about it, but it was really interesting. And it got me to thinking that even in all of my schooling, I haven't come across why we don't talk about or believe that these are actual artifacts from the biblical figures or other Christian saints that have gone before us. But so I'm open to hearing. I don't know that anybody's watching right now live because it's Saturday night at 5:30, so people are probably busy eating. But even if you're watching this later, if you have ever come across why that's just like not a thing for us, I'm really curious about that, and I intend to ask some of my seminary professors because maybe they know why that is not a thing for us. But we do believe that Jesus had a crown of thorns placed on his head at the time of his death, suffering and humiliation. That's the crown with the nails. So thanks for joining me, and I will be back again tomorrow. Have a good evening.